In the previous video, we started our discussion about exception handling, and we started working on this easy calculator class. We started with catching a general exception, and then we went into a more specific exception right here, which is arithmetic exception, but now we're not catching the input mismatch exception. Now, if you recall, I said this is the line that is going to generate the arithmetic exception, but I included everything in the try-catch block because these lines may generate exceptions as well. And there is another good reason that I'm going to show in a moment. Now, since I have one try-catch block, can I have more than one catch block? The answer is yes. So I will go ahead and do another catch for the input mismatch exception. So input mismatch exception, and I'm gonna call it E. Now I have an error here because I need to import it. So Command Shift O is going to import it. If you want to know what you need to import it, it's import java.util.input mismatch exception. Now if I come in here, I can just write a specific code, system.out.println, enter numbers only. Now let's test this out and see. Enter the first number, okay, enter numbers only, the rest of the code. So we know this part works from the previous one, so this part is going to be concerned with the second number being a 0, and we know that this works as well, and we are able to execute the rest of our code. Now, another reason I wanted to include the whole thing in here is because of that. What I mean is, see this code. This is responsible for doing the division, which is the whole thing or the main thing of our application. When I get a problem, although I execute the rest of the code, I don't execute this. So what I want to do is I want to keep prompting the user to give me the right input. Otherwise, I will keep asking the user again and again and again and again until I get my input, print the division, then and only then I will execute the rest of the code. So what I will do is I will just put this whole thing in a loop. I'm going to print this only once, so let me get it out of the way. Scanner object, I'm going to create it only once, let me get it out of the way. And now this is what I need to loop on. I will do this with a do while loop, and I will assume that I will keep repeating until I do my calculation. So boolean, I'm going to call it repeat, is equal to true, because I'm assuming I'm gonna keep repeating until I do my calculation. I'm gonna start my do while right here, so I will do the whole thing, which is until the end of my last catch block, and this is going to keep being done while repeat is true. So this is my do while right here. Now if I run this, it's going to keep repeating this forever. So I need some point to stop. I will stop when I do my calculation. So let's look at our code and see how the code is working, and then we will know where to place our stopping condition. If I get a problem in this line, I will skip those things. I will skip the whole thing right here, and I will jump to catching the mismatch exception. Same thing, if I get a problem in this line, I will skip those and I will come right here. If I get a problem right here, I will skip this line and I will come in here. Now if this works, I will execute this line and any lines after that. So for sure, if I print the division, then I didn't get any problem, I didn't get any exception, everything went just well. So here I can just set my repeat to false, which is going to tell the loop to stop repeating. So if I print this, I will set the repeat to false. When I come here, it's not going to repeat anymore, so it's going to print the rest of the code. So let's run this and test it out. First number is 10, second number is 0, you cannot divide by 0, and then it's prompting me back again. Please enter the first number. First number is 10, second number is 0 again. Cannot divide by 0. 10, and then 5. Division is 2, the rest of the code, and we exited our application. Now wait, we didn't test the other one. So let's test the other one. Please enter the first number, 10. Second number is A. See what's happening. It keeps prompting me again and again and again and again. Now this is a problem because the scanner object is expecting a number. We gave the scanner object a letter, so the buffer of the scanner needs to be cleaned. Otherwise, it's going to keep doing this. Where do I do the cleaning? If you recall, we talked about the finally block, and we said this is mostly used for cleaning or for cleanup, closing some connections, doing some cleanup, closing some files. So let's utilize that. So finally, I will do my cleanup here. So I will just print a line here, which is totally unnecessary. Doing some cleanup. And how do I clean up my buffer or my scanner? To do this is scn.next line, and this is going to clean up the buffer of the scanner. Now let's run this back again. First number is A. Enter numbers only, doing some cleanup. Enter the first number, 10. Second number is A. Enter numbers only, and then it's doing some cleanup, and then enter the first number, 10. 5. The division is 2, doing the cleanup again, so the finally is going to be executed anyway. We'll do the cleanup, and then we are executing the rest of our code. And this is an example of how you can keep repeating, how you can catch multiple exceptions, and how you can utilize the finally block to perform some cleanup work.